Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where last episode we declared war on Congo, perhaps a bit impetuously. I probably should have waited a little bit, but we can bring down additional armies if we need it. It should be okay, in theory. So we're going to need to make sure that these armies are certainly grouped together. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to have these two forces attack here. I'm going to have these two attack here. And then we're going to keep some of these in reserve. Something kind of like that. Okay, and we're going to have probably some of these new forces that are coming down work on these guys. That'll be fine. And over here, we're definitely going to have these two walk into here. And everyone else will approach to be able to back up this particular force. There we go. So Congo is powerful. 340k. They have Miltech 20 compared to our, I believe, Miltech 21. Yes. So they are behind us by a Miltech, and we have more troops than they do, ultimately. We should win this, but it could be interesting. We're still working on getting our ships good to go as well. Like I said, it was maybe a bit impetuous. We definitely could have had a safer war declaration by waiting. But I think it's okay. So we're going to bring these guys in and siege here. Although I definitely do want to roll up a few leaders here. So I'm going to roll up 1, 2, 3. They're kind of awkwardly bad leaders, if I'm honest. But this is fine. We're going to put in a leader here. We're going to put in a leader here. And a leader here on this side. And then there's this unit here, which I think I'm going to send up over... No, I don't like that direction. I want you to go this way. And we'll put in a leader there too. Okay. So for the time being, that should do. We can see Congolese armies running around over here. Now they have a lot of forts, and that's going to slow us down. I didn't think that I brought these guys in here. Why don't you come on out of there? There you go. Head up over here. That'll do just fine. You know what? I'd like to fight these guys here. Get some of those forces eliminated. Cool. That shouldn't be any real problem for us. We gained a leader trait, Siege Specialist. That's pretty good to have, actually. And it looks like we stack wiped these guys, so that's beautiful. We're going to convert another province to Zoroastrian, maybe not that one. Yeah, we'll convert this province to Zoroastrian. Beautiful. And Congo is currently rushing up this direction. Now, we do have forces heading down this way. So, for the time being, that's fine. Congo is, it seems, mostly trying to avoid us. For the time being, anyway. At least until they get grouped up. We're going to walk up over here. And I may actually roll up yet another leader here. Yes, I'm going to. Oh, that's a good leader. Wow. 18 pips on that leader. That's insane. That is a really good leader. Okay. Keep in mind, an absolute max leader is 6 pips in each category, so 24 total. That's really good. An 18 pip leader is incredible. Okay, so we're doing some fighting out over here. And these guys are moving into Lamu. I will let them lock in. We won our siege up over here. So these guys are going to push up to Yaka. These guys are going to move into here. And then the rest of these armies are going to move up a little bit. Cool. So I'm allowing these guys to lock in, and then we're going to fight them here. No problem there. So this is a rather large force here. I'm going to let these guys group back together. Okay. We can see that they have like 170,000 troops here. However, this just ended its siege. How do we want to leverage this? I think we leverage this like so. These guys are going to group up. That's fine. I now want... Can I not select all of these forces? There we go. I want all of these forces to head up over to here. If they all group together, we want to be grouped together. Now, we stack wiped them there. I'd like to pursue them here. Okay. Now, these guys, I want them to come in over this way. They're going to here. I'm going to let them... One of our forces is locked in awkwardly here. Okay. Ooh, 55,000 manpower. Sure. We're going to do something like this. We're just looking to hold them there for the time being. Okay. So we're going to clear out a few of these units. And this should just be pretty free here. We won the siege of Tumbuka. Okay. So when will they exit? 15, 18, 21 October? We're going to head in here. We're going to catch part of this force. I'm going to take these guys up over this way. And then these guys are going to head over here and siege. Cool. So we're going to have these guys take some of these locations up this way as we fill this in. And we've got these heading on down. Beautiful. Okay. So they had additional forces in the fog here. We won the siege here. We can definitely push forward. We may end up retreating here. These guys are already committed to this. We'll see how this plays out. We'll probably end up retreating, especially if we keep rolling zeros. Okay, we won the Battle of Hemba. That's to be expected. We're doing really well with the morale here, but these guys are coming in. Our colony in Koro is now self-sustaining, so we tick 1 day, and we will come colonize down over here. Okay. So back to this war. These guys popped in. Our morale is doing okay for the moment. But I don't know that we win this. I don't know that we don't, though. The siege of Yaka is now over. So we're going to head up to Cuba. This is a nail-biter. And it shouldn't have been. We won it. That should not have been a nail-biter. There's no excuse for us winning that. Quite frankly. So I'm going to deselect this unit. I'm going to leave 1 unit here. And we're going to head down this direction. We're also going to grab our fleet here and come down and blockade Sofala. Cool. We converted Liège, and that's great. I don't think I nailed that. But we're going to grab that missionary and have them do something. Cool. So we're definitely making our way through here. What's Congo at troop-wise now? 284 with 196k manpower. So they can replace their losses up till this moment. We need to start working on separate piecing some of these guys up here. That needs to be a big priority at this moment. We also need to clean up some of the troops over here. I'm letting these guys regen a bit. That is quite necessary. And I'm going to send them up here, where things are hopefully a little less spicy. And I'm going to send these guys up to Basoga. So we're winning battles all through here. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll take the power here. That'll be fine. So these forts are being worked on. They're not really falling super fast, but it's okay. So we're going to go try to knock out their allies. I do see these Congo troops up here. I kind of don't care about them right now. I think it's fine. So we have a breach over here. That's great. And that's all working its way up. So we're going to attack here. We won the siege of Mpemba, and we're definitely going to head to Ndongo next. Beautiful. Ming declared war on Mongolia, attempting to force tributary. I would like to get a leader over here. I'm going to assign this leader. They're not a great leader, but we'll get them in there. Cool. We won the Battle of Basoga, and if we can start getting these allies of theirs knocked out of the war, that will be a big boon for us. Okay, I'm going to have these two come siege Kasenje. And this force is going to walk down the coast here. These guys are running around up here. For the moment, that's okay. The siege of Kalundwe is over. Beautiful. And we're going to head to Rund next. Okay. Yeah, Congo is going to occupy stuff over here. This is fine. We knew that this would be the case. So they're just going to run around up here. We're going to need to turn one of these forces around. Once we have this done, that'll free up a lot of units to go up here. So I'm not too concerned about it. Yeah, they're going to occupy this. That's fine. They can do that all they want. We will continue to convert. They're never going to occupy enough to be relevant, right? Like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So we're going to continue to siege these locations. And we're walking down over this way. I'd love to see some of these sieges over here finishing up. For the time being... Okay, we won this siege. That's beautiful. We're going to head over and siege Sofala next. Cool. And yeah, they're going to occupy a lot of stuff, and they're going to try to kite us around here. We won the siege of Kuba, and that, of course, means that we can head up towards Naduga. Now, we're not going to be able to get there just yet. This fort is blocking us. But that's fine. Roman separatists in Ferrara. This isn't shocking. We knew that this was on the way. Okay. It's all completely fine. This, believe it or not, is all according to plan. We're very happy that they're up there sieging our territory rather than doing something productive like attacking our armies. Because our armies can't really deal with all of their forces if they concentrate their force. We'd have to concentrate our own force, which means that we're not making progress on their forts, which is not good for us. So we're going to move this army back over here. I want to move through this territory. Like, seriously. There we go. Okay, we won the Battle of Ferrara. That's to be expected. Our colony over here is now self-sustaining. We'll take one day. And we'll head in here. Cool. We'll get another colony going. And back to Congo. So, they're sieging a lot of stuff up here. But their forts are going down quickly. Very quickly. We're now tolerant. That's kind of convenient, actually. And we want to push through here. Armenian Particularis over here again? Really? Particularis again with that level of unrest? Okay, whatever. There's only a couple of provinces. It's not a big deal. We're going to move in over here with these two armies. We're going to move in over here with these two armies. I want to force march these guys. And we'll do it. No, not autonomous rebel suppression. Force march. Because I want them to get over here much quicker. These guys are fine. Where were the other particularists at? There's a couple over here. No problem. There's some up over this way. We'll do something like this, but I want these guys to force march as well to get here much faster. Okay. Was that all of them? There's a tiny amount of them over here. Sure. And there's actually some over here that the Congolese might have to fight. I like it. Okay, so we're going to be fighting a rather large Congo force here. And we'll attack over here in Kinga as well. Yep, we're occupying a lot of locations, but these forts are sadly not falling as quickly as I would have liked. Yeah, Armenian Particularists are going to take a bunch of locations. That's understood. Okay, let's check in on some of these battles here. That should be fine. I don't think there's an issue there. We ended up missing here, so we're going to come up here, but I'm going to take off the forced march. There we go. And yeah, Congo is fighting our particularists over here. I love it. So that's wonderful. We arrive in time over here to reinforce, and we'll need to turn off this forced march. There we go. All of that looks good. So we're going to come down over this way and try to fight these guys. I'm really hoping some of these forts finish up. We're being substantially slowed down by our fort rolls at this point. So we won the battle over here. That was to be expected, and we'll spread these guys out. Beautiful. We will continue to convert, of course, and we'll sort by unity. There we go. No problem. So that'll all get capped back. We haven't won this battle yet, but now we have. So we'll spread out, and there we go. Yeah, Congo's taking a lot of space up over here. That's fine. We're going to start moving in over here and capping some of that back now that they're pretty spread out. Okay, we finally won the Siege of Runt. That took a long time. It took a very long time. We're going to spread out these forces and start capping some of this non-forted territory. The Siege of Kassanje also finished up. Once again, we will spread out and grab some of this non-forted territory. Okay. We need to wipe these guys out over here. And these forts are just holding forever. Okay, we need to retreat over here, it looks like. So we'll go ahead and do so. That's fine. No big deal there. They're going to take back this siege. That's fine. We won the siege over here at long last. So we're going to walk into Nakoma and begin sieging there. We also finally won in Liga. So we're going to head up to Naduga. And then these guys, I'd like them to head actually down over here. Actually, they can start capping back this territory. Now that I think about it, that'll be fine. So we'll head to Luena. Yes, they're occupying various locations over here. As long as we don't fight any of their bigger forces with this army, it should be okay. I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, the Siege of Basoga is finally over. Excellent. We're going to head into Bunyoro, and we're going to have to grab that as well eventually. We're nearing our maximum military power, so we're going to have to spend that down a bit. We're not going to be able to get tech for a while, so we should instead go to our development, sort by cheapest, and now we're going to have to spend some military power. And I'll spend this down to around... probably somewhere around 700. Cool. There we go. That'll do. So, at this point, can we peace out Basoga? Let's check. Basoga. We can't core this, so we'll have to wait on that particular one. Okay. Yeah, Congo's up over here. We may actually want to put in this leader here, and then come down and try to fight them. Monarch name Ambrosio, huh? Okay. Cool. We won the Siege of Sofala, and that, of course, means we're going to come down here. These guys are still retreating. They're retreating to Kilwa, and these guys might beat us there because of the route that we took. Of course, we can't control the route, but we are going to be able to fight them. Our morale has regenerated, so that should be fine. I'm going to spread these guys out a little bit and cap some of this territory. Cool. So they are, in fact, going to fight us here, which is unfortunate. But we'll see what ends up happening here. These guys will arrive, in theory. There we go. And, of course, we're going to have to retreat this. We'll retreat them up to, like, Habyo. That's fine. That's completely and totally okay. Basoga wants peace. That's not shocking. Okay. So we need to knock these guys out of the war, right? That's our current top priority. We also need to continue to push through over here, which we will certainly do. We'll grab these territories. And these guys can come down over here. Cool. So we're 57% war score here. And if we look at Congo at this point, What are they at for manpower? They have gone up to Miltech 21, so they're on the same Miltech as us now. They've dropped a good amount of soldiers, and they're down to 100,000 manpower in the tech. Cool. I'm going to roll up another leader here. That's another really good one. Okay. With that leader, I feel somewhat confident attacking into this. We'll see how that goes. We may end up having to retreat, but we'll see. You are going into here. We're going to see about catching them there. Okay. So we will continue these sieges. We now control some provinces over here, so we'll head in over this direction. And these guys are just going to retreat all the way up the coast for a bit here. Okay. We're going to head up over here and stack wipe a couple of their troops. Beautiful. And we're going to catch these guys here. That should... I don't know. Our rolls are pretty awkward here. Okay, let's go ahead and retreat here. And we're going to bring these guys over. No problem. Why would there be a battle here? That's not where you were retreating to. You were retreating to Hobyo. Well, these guys are going to get stack wiped. That is awkward. These guys stopped here too. They were both retreating to Hobyo. I saw the arrow. That's really weird. Well, I guess we'll need to recruit up another army over here. Okay. So we'll recruit what we can. It'll be interesting. Some of that'll get wiped probably. But that's okay. So we need to come on over this direction and eliminate that. Cool. I would think about vassalizing these, but there's no way we can vassalize. We're not going to get away with that. Okay. So they retreated here, and now we're just moving to Hobyo. That's really weird. I don't know what's up with that one. We shouldn't have had a stack wipe there. I think that's all there is to it. Well, I'm going to move these guys up this direction, and they're going to keep capping back some of this territory. These will move on in, but I'm going to tell these guys to stop moving and forced march their way over. And we'll come group up over here. Cool. Okay, we need to push down over this direction. These guys can come up over here, and these can come over this way. These two armies, they can come down this direction for now. We see these guys sieging back, and we will want to deal with that. But for the time being, I really want to get these forts dealt with. And they will be dealt with eventually. Eventually. Okay, I'm just keeping an eye on what's going on up here, too. Okay, yeah, we knew that some of these guys would get wiped. That was always going to be the case. I'm certainly going to want to put in a leader here. Just to hold this off for a bit. But there's going to be some wipages going on over here. I think that's very clear. We'll see if we end up holding that long enough. But yeah, these are just going to be very minuscule. So I should retreat these guys. Up over here, where they can be reinforced by this force. And we'll see what ends up happening over here. All of these are probably going to get stack wiped. And in all honesty, I'm just going to cancel any remaining recruitments. So we're going to cancel all of these, and we will rebuild this up over here. This will be a safer location. So we'll drop that up here. Beautiful. Okay, these guys have grouped up here, and we no longer need a force march. So we're going to start grabbing some of that territory back. Cool. And they're attacking up over here, but we have a lot of forts that will be going away down this way very soon. Or up this way, rather, very soon. So most of their troops are up over here, right? That's fine. We knew that that would be the case. The Siege of Nakoma finally finishes. That's very, very good. And from here, we're going to have these forces start to spread out over this way, like so. And we'll just try to take this out of here. Hopefully we'll be able to core in Buha, because that's only like one province away. I don't know how true that is, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so we have a bunch of forces over here that can now be redirected this direction. Yeah, these guys are already going there. So I'm going to have these come down to here. Actually, down to like here for now. These guys are going there. So these two can move down to here. Cool. There we go. There's a lot of low war enthusiasm right now. And that's to be expected. They're I was going to say conquering. They're not really conquering. They're taking a lot of territory over here. This is fine. This is completely and totally fine. I don't care about this. They are not benefiting from it. So we finally win this siege here. So we can head down over this way and continue to siege that fort, which we will certainly do. Okay. We won this siege as well. We're going to head into Nikor. And we're going to walk up over to Bazinza. And we'll lose 50 admin power. That's okay. Cool. So we've lost the Siege of Lundu. We knew that that would be coming. That's completely and totally fine for the moment. How are they doing on manpower? 14k. They can't replace losses anymore. Beautiful. So we're continuing to explore over this way. I don't know where the Congo capital is, but we'll continue to explore. Merca has been occupied by Congo. Yeah, that's to be expected. Caracas is now self-sustaining. We'll tick one day. Okay. And we will head over this direction. Cool. We have some Confucian zealots up over here. That's no big deal. They're already dealt with. Beautiful. Now these guys are coming in to attack us here. They're going to get a big crossing penalty. And we have leadership here. But they have numbers. But they're only coming in with this army. Do they have enough numbers to actually win this with the crossing penalty? I don't know. We'll see. If they do, it's not... Wait. What? They swapped these around. Oh. Okay. They definitely have the numbers with that. So we're going to bring down this army as well. They're looking to cross this. We're going to make them pay for it. But we'll bring down another force, and that's okay. We're still at 74% war score here, remember. Like, we're not struggling here. Ah, we finished up in Bunyoro. So we're going to send one down to Basoga, and we're going to send the other... Oh, we can't actually do that because of the forts. There are forts everywhere. Okay, we're going to siege those forts. That's fine. We're going to siege this fort, and these two are going to come in and siege this fort. Cool. And they're going to fight us up here. We do have 50k here now. And they're not going to stack wipe us there. But what they are going to do is they're probably going to win this. But we're going to make them pay. We won the Battle of Turgai. That's to be expected. And we can purchase an ability. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to finish up our war against Congo. It shouldn't be that much harder, in all honesty. They can't sustain this. They're out of manpower. So anytime we bleed them like this, they can't replace it. It'll be okay. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Ken2In, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Elmichi Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cambron, Martin Lawrence, Jens Graham, and all the rest. And of course, you. thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.